Here's the low view on AI. It's just a tool. Maybe it drafts an email for you, maybe it takes meeting notes, you ask it a question, it spits out an answer, and you go back to doing things the way you've always done them. That's how most advisors are treating AI right now. A shiny gadget sitting on the shelf next to other shiny gadgets they tried and forgot about. Now, here's the vaulted view. AI is not a tool, it's an operating system. The advisors who are building AI into the fabric of how they run their practice, and not just as a gadget, but as infrastructure, they're going to operate at a completely different level than everyone else. And this isn't theory anymore. The biggest companies in our industry are betting billions on it. The infrastructure is being built. The question for you is, are you going to be a passenger or are you going to be the one driving the car? And stick around to the end because I'm going to share a weekly resource I've been building called FriAIdays. And so let me be transparent about something. I'm a CPA. I'm a numbers guy. I build spreadsheets. I'm not really a tech bro. I didn't grow up coding. My instinct was, this is cool, but it's really not for me. But then I started using it, building systems with it and integrating it into how we run our business. And what happened over the last several months, it's fundamentally changed how I think about running an advisory practice. I didn't start by trying to transform my entire business overnight. I started by building it for myself personally. Because if I'm going to eventually bring this to my advisors, I better understand it inside and out first. So I built my personal tech stack around AI. I got Google Suite for email and docs, Notion as my personal CRM, and I mean a real CRM, not just a to-do list. We're talking tasks and contacts, projects, deals. They're all organized and automated. Then I layered AI on top of everything. And I use this tool, it's called WhisperFlow, for voice dictation that lets me interact with AI at the speed of my thought, right? I'm literally talking to my AI systems while walking, driving, and in between meetings. It's really quick and efficient. That alone just changed my daily output dramatically. And what I learned building it for myself, I then applied it to building the Quotient Advisor community. That's our education and community platform that we have specifically for financial advisors. The content engine, the AI coaching prompts, the software, the automation, it's all being built to support that community, to give advisors access to tools and systems that most of them would just never build on their own. So let me show you what's actually possible. So let's start with what's happening at the institutional level because this really sets the stage for everything. So on February 24th this year, 2026, there are two major announcements that happen on the same day. LPL Financial, the largest independent broker-dealer in the country, expanded its partnership with Anthropic. They're integrating Claude AI directly into advisor workflows, meeting prep, client insights, portfolio analysis. And the same day, like I mentioned earlier, Orion Advisor Technology, they service like thousands of advisory firms. They also announced the same thing. They're building Anthropic's AI into their platform. And Anthropic didn't just do generic AI, they launched wealth management specific plugins. These are tools built for our industry. Portfolio drift analysis, tax exposure identification, rebalancing recommendations, literally at scale. It's connected to tools advisors already use. Google Drive, like I mentioned, I use that, even DocuSign and FactSet. And also Schwab just published research showing that 63% of RIAs are already using AI in some capacity. That's more than double from 2 years ago. So the adoption curve isn't coming, it's already here. But here's what most people are missing. These institutional tools are going to give every advisor basic AI capabilities, and it's going to become table stakes. The advisors who win are the ones building proprietary AI systems on top of the platform, systems that reflect to how they do business, how they serve clients, and also how they think. That's what I've been doing. And that's the difference between AI and being powered by AI. So let me give you a framework for thinking about this, because not all AI adoption is created equal. I think of it as 3 layers. It took me a little while to put this together, but layer 1 is automation. This is where most advisors are. AI takes your meeting notes, it drafts an email, it summarizes a document, it saves you time on tasks you're already doing. And look, that's clearly valuable. If you're spending 2 hours a week on meeting notes and AI cuts that to 20 minutes, that's real. But it's kind of the low view. You're using AI as a faster version of what you already have. And so layer 2 is intelligence. This is where AI starts to know your business. It's not just summarizing, it's surfacing insights. It understands your clients, your methodology, your approach. It can coach an advisor through a planning process. It can flag opportunities you might have missed. We've built this kind of technology into our Vision OS course. Every module comes with an AI coaching prompt. You paste it into Claude and it becomes your personal business coach for that section. It asks you questions about your practice, your clients, your goals, and based on your answers, it generates content specific to you, not just generic advice, your advice in your voice for your practice. And so that's layer 2, AI that understands context. And layer 3 is operating system. And this is where AI is embedded in everything from content creation to client preparation, financial modeling, workflow automation, community engagement, and recruiting even. I mean, it's not just one tool, it's the infrastructure that runs under the entire business. And that's where I am right now. And folks, that's the vaulted view. Oh, and I promised you guys at the beginning, if you stuck around, I had something for you. Every Friday, I publish a series called FriAIdays inside the Quotient Advisor community. And each week, I take one post that I find from X or LinkedIn that's changing how I think about AI as it relates to financial services. And I break it down exactly what it means for your practice with specific action items you can implement that very week. We're covering everything from Goldman Sachs level financial planning prompts to building an AI agent that books meetings on your website like 24/7, and also turning one idea into weeks worth of content in just 15 minutes. So when you join the advisor community, check out FriAIdays. It's in the section of the community called Quotient Exchange. It'll just save you guys months of research, and I give it to you every Friday for free. Check it out. That's about it. So thanks for tuning in to Vaulted Views. And if this episode opened your eyes, share it with another advisor who needs to hear it. And remember, my goal is to help 1 million American households with their retirement through you, financial advisors. And AI is how we scale that mission, one system at a time. And so until next time, stay elevated, stay strategic, and stay vaulted. I'll see you guys at the next episode.